Everyone, welcome back to Dorks Plays the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve. We need to call in, not we, that'd be Kazuma. Needs to call in our new witnesses.
Forgot, he's in charge of all that now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there you are, Otto! What kept you, my dear fellow?
Hello, Sholmes. Jaina.
That's Mr. Sholmes.
Oh yeah, I forgot Mr. Sholmes.
You sure about what you said in there? That the boss, actually died the day before. It's pretty hard to swallow. Yes, I was shocked by the revelation too, Gina. As was I. Possibly more shocked than both of you.
It's not a competition, Mr. Sholmes.
But I still won.
Let's go with that. But I was more shocked than all of you put together.
You're lucky I can't read your mind.
Yeah, apparently that's the Sato.
This is the autopsy report in question, is it?
Yes, it's strange that there's no time of death noted. I suppose there's a simple explanation, or perhaps it was a deliberate omission.
Oh dear. If it was deliberate, it puts me in mind of the last case we worked on, and Dr. Scythe.
I know. Anyway, it seems that on the day before Lord Von Sykes discovered his body, Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League, so perhaps something happened with them. Come to think of it, you had trouble with those League men too, didn't you, Mr. Sholmes? You were taken in by their trick.
No. Naturally, I wasn't taken in, as you put it. My sleuth-hound interest was merely piqued slightly by the rare scent of a weekly £4 income.
And that scent masked the underlying scent of deception, I suppose.
The two criminals in question are the pair we saw being arrested yesterday, aren't they? And Mr. Sholmes' suite, I mean. That's right, Suze! And it was me what took him in! Thanks for tip up by a good, law-abiding citizen. Indeed. Yours truly.
So it's going to be that pair in the witness stand next, is it?
I was a short, fat one. And you're the tall one.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Something doesn't quite make sense to me, though. The day before Inspector Gregson was found, you hadn't had trouble with the Red-Headed League yet, had you? Why would the Inspector have been investigating them?
Well, the likely explanation would be that Gregson's own sleuth-hound interest was piqued by the rare scent of a weekly £4 income. I have my doubts. Don't tar him with the same brush as you, Sholmes.
Yes, well... Then there's the whole issue of Inspector Gregson being investigated by Lord Von Sykes for some reason.
The Reaper, the Red-Headed League, Inspector Gregson, Lord Von Sykes.
And Cosma. I feel as though he knew we'd arrived at this point somehow.
Gosh, I think you're right.
What's he really trying to achieve here today?
All the answers will soon be revealed. Observe the time, my dear fellow. 10:56. This recess will be over very shortly.
Yes, you're right. Cosmo was determined that he should be the one to prosecute this trial. And he was determined that I should take the defense. Just what is it that he's hoping to make me see, I wonder? I get the feeling we're a long way from the end of this trial yet. Are you ready then, Miss Susato?
Yes.
This is kind of weird. He was pretty insistent that we take the trial. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session again. We resume the closed court hearing of Baruch von Sykes, here present who stands accused of murder. Now then, Prosecutor Asugi.
My lord.
My lady. Have you summoned the witness as requested?
Yes, the two members of the Red Head League who planned and carried out the deception. They arrived not long ago from the local prison by police carriage.
Very good. Bailiff, usher the two men into the courtroom.
These two men are currently being held by the police on suspicion of attempted extortion. You may omit your occupations, but state your names now for the court.
I forgot what I gave him.
He was tall, French.
I am Fabian de
Rousseau?
Rousseau?
I think it's Rousseau. I don't know. I don't French.
Fabian de Rousseau. Descendant of the great de Rousseau family from Nice?
Don't ask me. I don't know. I don't know, homie. Make it up.
En France, I guess.
Just channel your inner Polnareff.
Oh.
And my name is Peppino de Rossi. I am the third son of the great Familia de Rossi, the landowners of Napoli. The two men first became acquitted at a... Acquitted? Wow. Let me try that again. The two men first became acquainted at a boarding school for European nobility.
Those who graduated from Temsic are the future leaders of Europe. But, do you have any idea how boring it is to be born with the noble blood? Alors, I make it my mission to get the better of the world by employing the little grey cells of my brain. Oh, that is all I'm trying to do, huh? So, that's the only reason for this whole grand deception you've been carrying out. Oui, you could say that.
Not bad, eh? He has the grand ideas, but the petty plans. This strange combination isn't the charm of the hilarious brothers. I mean, hilarious brothers. Wahoo! See, capo? Hey, I know what capo means thanks to watching part 5.
Yeah.
It means boss.
Listen to me, Peppino. I have two things to say to you.
Eh? Che? Are you about to tell me one of your grandi anecdotes? Evviva! I can't wait for like anyone who watches this to be completely offended by these horrible accents.
It's like, guys, we tried our best. We're trying to make it as authentic as we can. But
it is authentic, no? No.
you want me just... you just
no.
want us to go... You just want us to be like full-on Southern. Just make everyone have a...
Firstly, I want you to stop calling me this guy, but... wow, I don't even know what that was. That was like a horrible marriage of English and Southern. I don't want any part of that. Anyway, you're up, homie.
Firstly, I want you to stop calling me this capo. And secondly, we are not the hilarious brothers. This is serious business.
Capello, there it is, the couple's trump card, the furrowed brow. It is deep, oh couple, the furrow and the meaning of your words.
The court has been led to believe that under the banner of the Red-Headed League, you have conspired to swindle money from unsuspecting members of the public. Is this true? Oui, c'est ça. I don't know.
I don't know.
And what exactly was the nature of this deception by which you plan to defraud? Alors, I will explain it.
No, capo, leave it to me. As you see, we both have the Viggy dread hair, no? At school, we would tease for this without pity. The capo here, he was many times behind the schoolhouse, crying like a little Trevi fountain. Whee! Those dogs! One day the world will respect us.
Everything stops.
Every night he would bear his head. Oh.
Cespin Peppino, enough. I will explain the rest.
Oh, what was he cut off? He had his heavy a pillow and wheat for the. Oh, man, wow. He cry and sob like a little female dog.
Why, you? The first step was the newspaper advertisement. About 1 week before the plan was put into operation, we listed the same notice in every paper in London. Yes, we saw that notice. It was this one, I believe, entitled "To the Red-Headed League." Oui, c'est ça. I am honored that you have seen it. It states that the only condition for joining the league is having flame-colored hair, and that if you satisfy the interview panel and are admitted to the league.
Do you think Demise could get into the Red-Headed League?
I mean, he does have flaming hair.
That's true.
It's like, I got it. Let me in.
£4 a week, please.
That's some good money. You could receive a weekly income of £4.
On the date specified, red-headed hopefuls gathered in droves at a park specified in the advertisement. And from each person present, this pair took an application fee of 5 shillings.
And with the money, to France. It was a plan most elegant, no?
No, it was most dishonorable. But to be frank, I'm stunned anybody was foolish enough to be taken in by such an obvious trick. Meanwhile, Sholmes, excuse you, what?
Hey, £4 is £4.
The park was described by one witness as choked with red-headed folk, like a coaster's orange sparrow. Whatever. And the day on which all these men gathered to apply was the day before the victim was discovered. Crucially, these two men spoke face to face with every single person present that day. Oh. They were there the whole time.
Yeah, so they must have seen or heard something.
Well, it's more of they couldn't have done it. At least, that's what this would seem like.
Oh. Oui, I have seen more red-headed people in one day than I will see in the rest of my life.
See! And then now, every time I see the couple's hair, I feel sick to my stomach.
Anyway, why have we been summoned here today? Sorry? The date for our trial was not until tomorrow, I was told.
Naturally, neither of these men have been told any details about this trial. They've only been shown this photograph.
Very good. So, Mr. de Roseau and Mr. de Rosy, you will now give your formal testimony before the court on the subject of the gentleman pictured in this photograph. Look at it. Of course, you're always ready to help with the law.
Until y'all get in the way, of course.
And then you're on your own. We had more than 1,000 red-headed people assembled in the park on Lime Street that day.
But I don't recall the man in this photograph. Couple?
None. I don't remember him. Obviously, he is dead now, but I assure you, he was not in the park.
I mean, obviously.
How would you know obviously?
I mean, like, okay, the bleeding, sure, but how is it obvious?
Yeah. How would you know?
Allora, this victim is nothing to do with us.
You have a lot to answer for, Peppino. Is it your fault that we got caught in... It is your fault that we got caught in the first place.
Oh. Oh, no. You've given sworn testimony that this man in the photograph was not present. Can you be certain?
Not really. I'm quite certain. We did not interview this man.
Nobody looking like this came to the park. This I can promise.
It must be noted that you have never been arrested for a grand deception, however. I mean, that you have been arrested for a grand deception, however. Accordingly, this court has little confidence in your assurances.
Uffa! With this attitude, we get to nowhere,
He's really a sulking... He's really a sulking now.
This confidential document was obtained directly from Scotland Yard. It records an entry from the inspector's private diary dated the day before the incident. It reads, Lime Street, Redhead League, undercover.
Ah, I had the answer. Maybe there was another similar event in the park on the day in question, eh?
No.
No. That is ridiculous. There's no question that Inspector Gregson was investigating the Red-Headed League. Which means it's quite possible that that's when he was killed. Very well. The defense may proceed with the cross-examination now. Ah, yes, my lord.
Well, statement 3 there was quite interesting, so let's go ahead and press that.
Yeah.
Obviously dead my butt.
What do you mean? But according to what you said, you spoke with 1,000 or more people that day. Oui, that's true. My eyes were burning by the end of the day. Surely then you can't actually remember every single face. How are you so certain that this particular man wasn't present?
Normally, the red hair is very distinctive, eh? But not when you have 1,000 redheads crowding around. Then it is just an eyesore. But if there was some other information you could have gave us, maybe then we would have recalled.
That is not the line, Peppino. Remember, we do not remember him. We are sure of that fact. There was a man with the red earpiece, but his mustache did not match the color. Then I do not think I could have forgotten him. Cosmo said these two had only been shown that photograph, and they've been told nothing else at all. Yeah, so
I'm gonna say, what did it look like again? Okay.
What if I fed them just one other detail about the victim? For example,
His fish and chips.
I mean, was he munching on fish and chips though?
So which one do you think it is?
I mean, they haven't told him anything else about it, but maybe it could have been like his fish and chips.
No. No. Sorry, it's not. I wish it was, but it's his profession.
Oh, but he wouldn't have told him if he was undercover, would he? I don't know. I can certainly appreciate that just knowing the man had red hair wouldn't help you remember it in the situation. But what if I told you that the man in the red hairpiece was actually a detective? The man in the photograph? A detective? Yes.
It would appear you found your notice in the paper suspicious and decided to investigate incognito.
Sorry, but this changes nothing.
Oh, I just remembered something.
Something to add, Mr. DeRosie?
Head empty. No batozzi. Che? See, I am always adding something. Parmesan, olive oil, pepper.
What I mean is, did you not agree with your friend's last remark by any chance?
Eh? What did he just to say about the detective?
Yes, that. Keep your mouth shut, Peppino. You said enough already.
But I like saying things.
Shut up.
But the why, capo? What is the problem? There was a man who said that I am an inspector from Scotland Yard.
Well,
You...
I think it's gonna...
Wow.
I
I'm
think
starting to
he's
think that DeRosie is just a moron. Like, he's
I
just
think
like,
he is.
I like it, the guy. He's the boss man. I follow order. Hee-hoo.
but he has
Yeah,
hee-hoo
but-
brain.
What? Good lord! He has massive pee-hoo brain. Good grief. Order! 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 Explain this volte-face your testimony, witness.
It's simple. A man who was at the park said to us that he,
There was no such man.
Oh. Madai! What are you saying, Capo? Have you forgotten, eh? Do need some spaghetti to recall your memory.
I would like you to shut up. I've forgotten nothing.
Oh,
I've forgotten nothing. Nobody like this came to the park.
oh, snap, crackle, and pop! All three of them. Basta, Capo, basta! You beat me at the many things, but not two. The memory and the meals. Woohoo. Like I said, when it's time to eat the pasta, no one needs a fast.
But you are unfair to me in every other way. So shut up.
But we...
Shut up! Done. The damage is done. Indeed it is, sir. There was a man who came to the park, and he said he was an inspector from Scotland Yard.
Suddenly, these two, or at least one of them, is now very much suspicious of this and could have possibly murdered Gregson. I don't think it was DeRosie. Obviously, he is complicit in illegal action, but... I mean... Look at him!
He could have shot him by accident.
Whoopsie-a-daisy!
He spilled the raspberry jam. However, he looked nothing like the man from in the photograph. He was someone else.
Well, either that means he didn't have his wig on, or you mistook Sholmes for Gregson. Because someone's like, oh, are you undercover inspecting? So they probably
that's true.
I mean...
How can you be so sure? Because, to start with, his face was completely
It was Sholmes.
Oh.
More than likely.
See, it's true. The man who came was a younger. His face was clean shaven. His eyes were sad. His chin was thin. His arms were like long spaghetti noodles.
Waluigi?
No!
No resemblance whatsoever then. Anyway, I was not going to be fooled. I took the obvious precaution and said to him, if you are really a detective, show us the proof.
See, the capo here, he doesn't take no nonsense, eh?
But he was well prepared. He said he had identification.
Okay, so... I mean, obviously the description matches Sholmes, but... what identification would Sholmes have to prove that...
Yeah, that's weird. Identification? You mean official police inspector's identification? That is most unconvincing. Sorry, my lord? Counsel, no incognito inspector would offer his identification for inspection. It is quite out of the question.
Definitely. Why would he expose his true identity?
Clearly, the papers were fake.
It was Sholmes. 1000%.
Certo, capo, you are a genius. As we say in Italia, it takes a thief to recognize another, eh?
And what happened after he announced that he was a detective? It became very annoying. He said, "You are under investigation." So I took his papers from him and chased him out of the park.
Hey, can you show us his papers, please?
Papers, please.
Oh no.
It was fantastico. And look, here is the identification.
So you stole it from the man?
He had it coming. He made us very scared. But he was not who he said that he was.
Indeed. The person described does not appear to have behaved as a true inspector would. However, I believe it would be prudent for these identification papers to be entered as evidence.
Papers, please.
But I like them. They make me so warm and comfy.
I don't care.
Oh,
Now you'll get no presents for this Christmas.
oh no.
Now, let us return to the witness's testimony.
Man, I didn't even believe in a Santa and I'm already sad.
Metropolitan Police Warrant Card. Alright, Sholmes, what did you make it look like?
Well, I suppose we should see what this inspector's identification looks like inside.
It looks official-ish, right?
Kinda does. Yes, it definitely looks fake, doesn't it?
Out of interest, what name is given?
Probably just something plucked out of the air. It's Tobias Gregson.
What? Sholmes, did you, like... I mean, I guess it's not a technical forgery, because it is fake, but, like... Did you forge Gregson's ID? Why? That didn't make any sense.
Huh. Wait, what?
I would have more believed that either Sholmes would be stupid enough to use his own name, or smart enough-ish to use a fake name, not Gregson. So,
I would have thought he would have got like the letters from his first and last name and turned them around. It's like
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah.
No,
I
that
was hoping
results
that would have been it.
in a very this Scotland Yard insignia looks genuine to me.
But how?
Okay, so maybe it's possible that the thing about saying I'm not even believing it, but that Sholmes somehow got a hold of Gregson's papers and had them, but that doesn't check out.
That really don't make no sense, actually.
And the
That's kind of
department
weird.
identification number details are all correct as well.
Since when have you known those? Do you mean to say...
These are real? I know it seems incredible, but yes. I think this is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard.
But that's unbelievable. This is the real thing after all.
So, Sholmes came up and is like, hey, how you doing? They're like, hey, we think you're someone else. He's like, well, I'm an inspector from Scotland Yard, and here's my identification papers. And they're like, yeah, no, get out of here.
That's
But
weird.
why would he have Gregson's actual identification? Why? Why would he even present unless he thought it was going to come down to... Why would he... I am so confused!
I'm more so upset that his privacy doesn't mean anything to Sholmes. It's just not Sholmes. Yeah, I guess Sholmes. So he just like, I'm just gonna borrow this.
Well, there had to be a
Hopefully they
reason
see
for why he had it. I just can't begin to understand how he got... Anyway.
That's weird. Now, let us return to the witness's testimony.
Well, we're pressing this statement now.
Okay. Well, we only have your word for that.
See, but what else can we do?
True.
Oof, we're not having much of fun these days. First we are arrested, then we are shown the horrible picture of a dead man, bless you. And now you question every single thing we say. We are the victims here. Aye, couple?
No, you were caught carrying out a plot to swindle hundreds of innocent people.
But we were victims of society. You had to bring that up, eh? It's not fair. Aye, couple?
That was...
Okay.
That didn't... Hold on. Oh, wait. I know what happened. Sorry. Okay. On statement 3 or 4, we now present Gregson's identification.
Oh.
I was reading ahead a little bit.
I wonder if I could ask you to examine this identification book very closely. Miss Lestrade.
Why Miss Lestrade?
Why not Miss Lestrade?
But why?
Because why not?
Ugh.
What is your intention here, Consul? Is this really fake, or is it genuine? That's the question, which we can't answer ourselves.
That is true. Don't be ridiculous. No Scotland Yard detective would allow his or her identification to be stolen. That is the boss's! No question about it! It can't be!
As I suspected. The undercover detective who attended the Redhead Elite's enrollment on the day in question
No.
was the real Inspector Gregson, carrying out an incognito investigation.
Objection.
Why? The law?
Did you say why? Because the description was completely off for the person who presented it. Obviously, they were Gregson's papers, but we know for a fact that it was not Gregson who they described.
Right.
I mean, granted, they could have been lying about that, because they also did see Sholmes that day.
That is true.
They lied! They killed Gregson and stole his papers. That doesn't make any sense. Why they steal his papers? That's stupid. Never mind.
If anything, you would have left it right there.
But if the boss has identification stolen, it would report it straight away. I mean, it was always on me about it. If you lose something, report it once, he'd say.
Could it be then that the inspector was physically unable to report it?
Physically? Aye! What are you saying?
Unable to? You're not suggesting.
Yes! It's quite possible that he was killed before he had a chance to report his identification stolen.
No! Okay, so he died, and then Sholmes got a hold of it, or the Red-Headed League got a hold of it.
Right. The defense posits that the victim was killed the day before his body was discovered, at a different location.
But why
So
would
he was
either one of them
killed somewhere.
take his identification? What's the point of taking his ID?
I
Right?
don't know. That is strange. Like, this would profit you nothing. Right?
Right.
Do you two have anything to say about that?
I know nothing! I done nothing!
Why is his neck a different color than his
It's
face?
shading.
Pull yourself together, Peppino.
At least I'm assuming it's shading.
Mon Dieu, you can behave a little more like a master criminal than that, non?
Now I shall return to Italia!
Stop crying, Peppino, please. Otherwise, I...
Lume, stop your whine and start talking!
Well, I believe the court will need to hear your story, and
I know nothing! I done nothing!
Shut up! But you will tell everything, or face the worst possible outcome.
you will dry your eyes and testify again about these identification papers and the precise circumstances under which you came by them. For crying out loud.
For crying in the mud.
Stop.
Uh,
The truth is, we took him prisoner and kept him for the night at our secret hideout. Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day, just in case.
We took some identification from him and shut him in the room next to ours.
There might have been a little tussle. We did him no harm. And the next morning, we let him go.
He spent the night in a nice room. It was nothing like prison, really.
Y'all guys are weird. This is outrageous. You imprisoned the man.
they didn't kill him, according to their own words.
But no, see, no.
But no, yes, no!
It was
Yes,
not
no.
like a prison. He was a very comfortable and calm and happy. Ari Capo?
I don't know why I went so high pitched there.
It was never part of my plan, I swear it.
Oof, so you think it was my fault, eh? Just because I got the date of the fairy wrong by one little day.
Fairy, I do not think it was your fault, Peppino, I know it.
No. Per favore, Capo. It's not fair.
You shall have plenty of time up for squabbling back at the prison, gentlemen. Ooh, I don't believe this. How could he have been a real detective? Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination.
And hurry, please. They're getting annoying.
Ugh. So on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confined in this pair's hideout. I'm just wondering how in the world did they get him?
Good question.
Gregson, didn't you have a gun?
Wait. I don't think he was able to use it. We found this lying on the floor, next to his dead body. I'm starting to think that he never had a chance to handle it. This might be his gun. We don't know for certain, obviously. But they didn't...
I mean, it would make sense, though.
Maybe. Too many questions. Not enough answers yet. We have to press statement 4 now.
What do you mean by a little tussle exactly? Boof! It was nothing, just a minor incident.
The false sword inspector, he was a real piece of the work, eh, Capo?
What happened?
Oof, it was a disaster. We gave him a nicer room, and what does he do, eh? In the middle of the night, he tries to escape through the ventilatore.
Can you blame him?
Yes, no, but yes.
Which is it? we chased him. We chased him, Ben Sewer, and we caught him again.
Can you blame us?
Yes. Wait, you didn't shoot the man in your haste, did you?
Uh-oh.
Who do you think we are? Of course not.
We think you might, one of them, be murderers.
I simply got a hold of him again and took him back to the room.
Excuse me.
What are you doing? Mr. DeRosie, something wrong?
Me?
I like how he does like that uppercut jump. It kind of reminds me of like Mario's jump.
Yeah,
Just a little
I wonder
bit.
if that
He's
might be
Italian.
intentional.
Something that Mr. DeRosie said, just said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual.
I don't ever act
What's all that
strange.
about?
Cavallo! At times like that, you don't want to have the capo after you, believe me, you. And I speak from personal experience.
Personal experience?
No, esperienza. I'm Italian.
I know. That is enough, Peppino. There's no need to say more.
The truth is, the night before he put the Red-Headed League plan to action, I was scared. It was not fair to the couple, but I tried to run away.
You try to run away.
Okay. It's a shame you didn't manage it.
I know, but the capo here, he came after me like the turbine. And they dragged me back into the house, kicking and screaming. I still have the
Oh, well. There you go. It wasn't lighting.
I still have the bruises to prove it. Aye, capo.
Bruises, you say?
Ah, you wanna see? You wanna see my fantastico bruises?
No.
Subscribe
That's
to my
enough now,
OnlyFans
Peppino.
to see more.
Peppino! That is enough now, Peppino. No one wants to look at any part of you.
No?
No.
What to do, eh? I show you, or I don't. I show you, or I don't.
You do! Now!
Oh.
Kazuma, you may want to rephrase that.
Strip!
Allora, if everybody wants to
Good
see,
gracious.
then I do it. Ecco! You see? It's still very visible, eh?
That red ring around your neck? You got that when you were dragged back to the house?
See, the capo, sometimes he is a very rough.
I said that's enough. Peppino's neck has nothing to do with what we are talking about here. You have me what? Yes. What is your opinion, Counsel? About this red ring around Mr. D. Rosie's neck? I wonder. Does it matter? I can't see how it would, but maybe it is.
So...
If it is, then maybe... I mean, the way he was dragged back, maybe something similar happened to, Gregson.
So is it important?
When, I guess, like, when he got into a tussle. Could be. I just don't know how yet.
It's important.
Okay. Mr. De Rosie, I'm going to have to ask you to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck.
Aye, capo. You see, everyone's interested in what I say. Oh,
Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. De Rosie.
see, if you really want to know. He tried to escape, but
So proud.
He tried to escape.
he tried to escape, but the couple put the colore on him and dragged him back, like when he did it to me. See?
What kind of collar? Is the collar like we found before?
What do you mean? Oh. But that's... Well, that's... No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay. Because they said that collar was pretty big, and they said Iris could wear it, like, as a belt. You can't see his neck because of his collar.
Yeah. Well, part of the problem is... It would be... shown... What? I don't think... This can't be him. Here's the thing. If they went after the guy that they described, which would be Sholmes,
Right.
we haven't seen his
Okay.
neck either. But the picture of this photograph, we can't see anything out of the ordinary here, where his neck is.
Here, right.
Which means that it's not lining up with what they're saying.
So the day before his body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito. No, it was not like that. It was hardly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was only. However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains. What inconsistency is this, Counsel? I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson. You will see there is no red ring visible around his neck.
But that makes no sense. It was me who took up the colore of the man in the morning. And I saw red bruise on his neck, just like I have.
Given that the mark is still clearly visible on this witness's neck, We'd expect to see some bruising on the victim who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. DeRossi. Indeed. That is most peculiar.
But what do we tell you, huh? Huh? We say this from the beginning, many times.
Oui, Peppino is right. The man is a photograph. He is someone different to the man we have held captives that night.
Dang, Sholmes was choked and held captive.
It was not fun at all. There was no women.
I didn't enjoy it as much as I would like to have. It would appear that.
Dr. Scythe.
Oh, same. On the day before the incident. The man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all.
If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification?
We can't yet.
This is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself.
Aha! And we also know that the inspector made a note about the Redhead League in his diary from that day. Which surely means we can't divorce the two events completely.
Someone's getting married? No, that's not what that means. Oh, the inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Gregson from whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation.
But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, how did that person come to be in possession of the real Inspector's identification?
Does the defense have some plausible explanation, counsel? The whole thing defies explanation.
It is for precisely these occasions that we keep meticulous notes in the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. Because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie. If you're saying that there's... I mean... I don't know what evidence...
Okay.
I don't...
I don't know either. No, the facts can't lie. Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park for the Red-Headed League's enrollment is revealed by information in the court record, I believe. Good gracious!
Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo. So, why don't you help us all see whatever truth it is that you've apparently seen? Who exactly was this inspector that appeared before Mr. de Rousseau and Mr. DeRossi? Well, obviously it's...
An imposter.
It's an imposter. I love a pasta.
That's not what he's talking about, Peppino.
Oh.
Though it seems incredible, I admit, the undeniable facts point to only one thing. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson.
In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time.
On the contrary, I haven't finished.
What?
There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street who found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification?
See, that's right. We tell the same story every time. Who this man was, the capo dragged him from a pillar to a post with a dog
collar. It better be just a regular dog collar and not like you stole this treasure.
Yeah. It must be. That's what I was thinking at first too. It's like, if he wore a collar around, so it can't be like the same one that was used for the Hounds of Baskerville, right? But I don't know. Bon Dieu, Peppino! I was not so harsh as you say, huh?
So who was that false inspector, eh? Who was he?
Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man these two imprisoned that night.
I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate, post haste. Who did the witness encounter in the park posing as Inspector Gregson?
Take that!
Surely no secret. This is the identity of the imposter.
Oh no! Hold on!
Wait, what? Hmm?
Hold on. There is... That is not Sholmes. I don't know where anything in here points to it, but we did see... Oh! The court record's not just the evidence.
Oh!
He's thin, clean-shaven, kind of tall.
Oh, okay. I didn't even
So-
know that.
I'm so sorry, Sholmes. So...
I mean, but
Gossip
Sholmes was there, though.
I mean, yes, but anyway. He did have red hair when he got there. So Gossip stole... Anyway, this is all whatever. So Gossip stole Gregson's ID? But... Let's try that again.
Yeah. Okay.
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 It was Gossip.
Take that!
Dang.
Huh. Goodness me! Isn't that one of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today? A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passersby.
I misread that as heresy, not hearsay, and that's something else completely different. What on earth would a street seller be doing with the police inspector's identification papers? Witnesses! Is this the man or not?
What has happened to his lip?
We don't know. But that's him.
See, this man is not for the Red Hair League, eh? He's looking for the Twisted Lip League, no?
Perhaps rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead. He seems
Don't-
real happy
don't-
about that.
Don't smirk at me. It seems improbable, yes, but one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noticed something around the man's neck. A red ring of bruising. Eh,
What?
the defense demands that Mr. Cosby be brought back to the stand. Order! Order! Bailiff! Bring the aforementioned witness back into the courtroom. Immediately! Take me.
Me too.
Well, I never. You're too young. An undeniable ring of bruising indeed. And identical to that of the witness beside him. What's going on here, eh? What's that this? Oh, is that this, mate? It's a birthmark, isn't it? A birthmark, you say?
I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you.
Something about the inspector again. I'm telling you, you got it all wrong, as usual. You're denying all knowledge of it? Of course I ain't. Are you trying to kill me with all this nonsense,
Well, at least I'll have more stories to peddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? Now, we're going to need you to testify again.
And you, Mrs. DeRosa and Mr. DeRosi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you? Do we have a choice?
Nope.
We are in big trouble, hey, Capo?
That's quite enough dilatory chatter. What's dilatory?
Pointless,
Is
maybe?
it just meaningless? I guess. Proceed with the testimony. God, what did happen to your lip? The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
Is right, see? You'd think we would have forgot these grand leaps, eh?
I never leave friends so straight, alright? I've no interest in the red-headed lake. I think you would be.
I'm starting to
I mean,
think that maybe this wig most certainly didn't belong to Gregson.
Yeah, it must have been his wig.
Yeah.
What if he shot him?
I was just about to say,
Take
what
his
if
wig.
he's actually
Yeah.
behind it? But
Yeah.
why?
I'm all alone in the world, mate. No kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that? Hey, look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this?
Oh no! I know who this is!
What?
Okay, hold on. Bear with me here. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to look at his face. Like, or rather, let me put it to you like this. I want you to look at this face and the hair. Keep this image in your mind's eye.
Okay.
And now I'm going to show you a picture. And you tell me if you see it too.
Oh, that's the guy that went missing from
Is
that
Gossip Mr. Daily Vigil?
He does. That does look like his hair and his facial structure, though.
Yeah. And those lips are most certainly
why-
fake.
Yeah, that's why they were confused and like, yeah, what happened to his? Yeah, what happened to his lips?
And I bet he killed Gregson because
Probably everything
Gregson
else
might have
looked
known why Mr. Vigil let the professor not. Oh man! Oh
So he
man! Okay. Wow.
And so he went undercover to keep from anybody like finding out what happened with that.
Oh.
Oh, okay. What have I been telling you, There's no need for this pointless testimony. That's right. I'm just a simple peddler, remember? Friends of the streets, all I know. How would I have come by a police inspector's identification book, eh? Well, yes. And that's hard to explain, but... A brief cross-examination, I think, Counsel. Very brief. Is there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something?
I stand steadfast at your side as always, Miss Naruhodo.
I stand aside on the other side. We need to press statement 3.
Hold it!
Okay. So, you'd heard of the Red-Headed League, had you? You don't get a name like Gossip for nothing, eh? It's my business to know what's going off in town.
Also, we know to point out, I didn't look at the guide and just like, oh yeah, it told me. No, I was like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, because that seems too on the nose now.
Or 2 on the lip.
Nah. Oh, yeah. I sold that tasty tidbit for a fair few redheads that came past me. Just between us, I even got a sandwich to cough up for it. Oh, even got a sandwich to cough up for it.
Well, he does have a very red nose if that counts.
Who knows?
Also, that's interesting. So we know that Beppo is sandwich, and we know that Daily Vigil's gossip, but is Venus just like her name?
Yeah, I kind of wonder if, like, maybe they're all like incognito. But as you can see, my own hair's got not a hint of red in it. And in any case, Frenzo Street's my patch. You won't catch me settling off to some other part of town. No sir, not likely.
You
Oh.
have something to say there?
Excuse me.
Mr. De Rosa. Or Rosois, I don't know. Oui, can I help you? Did Mr. Goss's words just now lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps? It was the other day, when I was looking for a place near the park. A small house or something.
To be the headquarters of Redhead League, yes.
I visited housing agent on Lime Street, and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent. What? Mr. Gossip? What, the housing agent? He had some kind of contract in his hand, and they were clearly discussing terms. So that was his
Hold on.
hideout then.
Do you remember what started this case?
Yeah, Gregson got shot in that old abandoned
Right, but I mean,
place.
do you remember why we started investigating
yeah,
for
yeah.
Vigil?
Yeah, because Mrs. Vigil came in there and it said that her husband was no longer... Oh, I guess her husband wasn't
Was missing.
Yeah. Wasn't
And-
seen that other place. What was it?
Huh?
And we went over there to that other guy
Yeah.
and he said, yeah, this guy hasn't been working here since ages.
Yeah, but like,
So he never
the reason why
was
Mr. Vigil was missing, we now know, because he was being held.
Oh, yeah, because they got him, because they thought he was an inspector.
Yep.
Oh,
And
that's
then
why
when he was
didn't
being
come home
held,
that
he
night.
had to disguise himself so as not to...
But, no, you're mistaken, chum. I never loved Frenzo Street, mate, like I said before. You mistake me for someone else. Someone with the same face.
No, the couple is right. I remember it too. He was paying the man with the banknotes.
With notes?
Well, like I said, that was me.
I was curious why this man with the dirty clothes had so much money. So I looked at the name on the papers.
What name did it say?
And what name was written, Mr. Gossip?
No, this man, he lies. He tells you that he has no name. But everyone has a name. But in fact, his name is Hugh Boone, eh? It's better than Mr. Gossip, I think, see.
Hey, Hugh Boone, that's the guy who owns the land.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or, not the land, he owns something. I can't remember what, but he owns something.
He owns that Yeah, he owned that building of flats, right?
Now we know why he has a picture of his wife.
Because he missed
That's
his
because
wife.
that's his wife. Oh, this is
Gregson
so
wasn't
bizarre.
into her. Okay. No! Peddler tidbits of information, like I said, on Frenzo Street. That's that. I don't much like folk talking about my personal life. Indeed. It is not the intention of the court to invade privacy of witnesses. Very well. I shall respect your wishes, sir. The aforementioned name shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objections.
We have one.
Objection.
There it
No.
is.
No. I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance to this case. Good gracious, do you seriously object, Prosecutor Osugi?
As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings.
Well, I never! In what capacity?
Hugh Boone. The name of the laceholder of the room.
Let me put this very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room.
I suggest, sir, that you start talking.
Well, alright. I suppose that might be the case. He looks like an eggplant from behind. Like a very skinny eggplant. So your real name is Hugh Boone?
Nope.
Well, just between us, I don't like to blow my own trumpet. But there's no finger peddler of tidbits in town. So I happen to be able to afford a grubby little room in a falling down Back Street townhouse. You do? And once every 6 months, I go pay the rent to the agent on Lime Street. I remember now. There were 2 vulgar redheads in there last time.
That couldn't have been me. If either of us is a vulgar, it's a...
Oh, that's funny.
It's not the me.
Weren't you just trying to show everyone your neck?
What?
Think again, Peppino.
Why didn't you bring this up before?
You didn't ask me.
Aye, that's a horrible
Like I thought-
reason.
Yeah, but you didn't. It's like I told you already. I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler as far as everyone else is concerned. No fuss. You will update your testimony to include this most surprising revelation, Mr. Boone. If I must.
You must. So the leaseholder Scotland Yard's been looking for since the body was discovered has been here under our noses all along. I don't think Cosmo's very happy about that.
Nah.
Okay.
I rent the room where the fellow was found, it's true. For what difference it makes.
Well, now that we have this new statement, why does he have a picture of someone else's wife, I wonder, Mr. Boone?
Objection.
Yeah,
Wait! Hold
that's
up!
not good.
No!
Wait, how come?
I don't know. This...
That's weird.
Hold on, is that statement 4 that we're on? No. This is statement 4. I wasn't counting.
Oh,
Oh! Here's a new statement.
okay. All in the world, mate. I've no kinfolk or nothing. Why would I be involved in something like that?
Right, okay. Yeah, I can't read.
Objection.
Whoops.
Oh. If you have no kinfolk, as he put it, then explain why is that among the sparse furnishings we found in the photo. We found this photograph in this room.
I like older women, you see. Although in this
I
case, she a
mean-
younger woman, but...
I mean, that wouldn't be true. I presume, as you've been renting the room, that this photograph belongs to you, does it not? Oh, well... Mr. Boone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you are really. I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You really don't need to bother me with it. You really don't need to bother me. Please, just leave it alone.
As the man says, leave it alone. Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it has no bearing on this case. Because it's simply not possible to impersonate Inspector Gregson.
Objection.
Not talking about Inspector Red. How can you be so sure?
Just look at the man. No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features. I'm starting to think that his room makes a little bit more sense now. Given his position at the Barkley prison, he's able to get so much information.
That is true.
That's...
Objection.
But what if we were to look at this the other way around?
What do you mean?
Yes, Counsel, what do you mean? Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed.
Don't give us any lip now.
But consider the possibility that his prominent lip is itself part of the elaborate disguise. Take it off. Then the hide that prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true face, would make an utterly impenetrable disguise. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Hugh Boone? Yeah. Good. Witness, are you still hiding the truth from this court?
If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be...
Yes, that's right. There's really only one person he could really be. My lord, the defense believes it can reveal Mr. Boone's true identity to the court. No, please, no. Very well then, Counsel. What is the true identity of this peddler who goes simply by the name of Gossip on the street?
Take that.
Your real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Daily Vigil. I don't recall that name, Counsel. Who is this Mr. Vigil? That's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman is photographed, in fact. This is Miss Vigil.
What?
From what I understand, you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead. But of course, on that night, you were being held captive by the two red-headed league men.
And last night, you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation for testifying in this trial. Because we've been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we needed to know where we could find you, of course.
And that explains why you've not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife. Oh. Who's been beside herself with worry, waiting for you at the Vigil residence. Now, just you hold on a minute. What am I talking about? Really?
Huh.
I don't have the first idea.
Yep.
Oh. It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All you have to do is pull off that disguise.
Strip!
No, please. Bailiff, bring soap, a sponge, and a wash bowl at once. Wash this man. You will restrain the witness. Mr. DeRosie and Mr. DeRosu. Oui, my lord.
See, my lord.
Stop! Get off! Don't! Avert your eyes, Miss Susato. Oh, so handsome. Well, we are now seeing your true features, I presume.
Lift your head, sir, so the court can see your face.
It would appear that the defense counsel's assertion was entirely correct. This has all been very elaborate deception. So, witnesses, tell the court, have you seen this man before? I don't believe it, but...
See, there isn't no question. This is the inspector we saw in the park.
Extraordinary. On the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claiming to be Inspector Gregson would appear for Mr. de Rosu and Mr. de Rosy in the park.
Was you disguised as the inspector? Or rather, was you posing as the inspector, no disguise at all?
Mr. Vigil was formerly employed as the chief warder of the Barclay prison. The chief warder? Your career had promise. Why, you would quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison. What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on the Fresno street? Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison.
10 years.
I'm really dreadfully sorry about all this. Yes, it's true. I'm Daily Vigil.
And you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison 10 years ago? So, where did Mr. Hugh Boone come from?
Boone is the other me. It's a name I invented. Well, evidently there's a great deal under the surface here. I'll explain everything. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become. As you say, it was 10 years ago now that my employment at Barclay Chief Warder came to an end. Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. But times were hard in London, and I found no suitable engagements at all. In desperation one day, I turned my hand at selling wares on Fresno Street. But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you're the chief warder at Barclay Prison. I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failings, which is why I've never told her. I opened an account at the bank under the name of Hugh Boone, and I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno Street. The scene of the very crime we're investigating. Yes, that's right. A place from which I could emerge every morning at 8 as a squalid peddler, and transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That quickly became my daily routine.
I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room, but that explains it.
Why on earth didn't you just tell us this in the first place? I have a wife, sir, and 2 sons. Without wishing to sound self-conceited, they regard me with some pride. I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them.
10 years of living a lie.
So instead you decide to conceal your occupation from them. Yes. I've made such a terrible mess of everything.
Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to passing gentlemen, even at 6 pence apiece, you couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder of the prison. I was just thinking, like, but how in the world, or 10 years have you been doing this to keep them living quite well?
Yeah, more than well. Indeed, to have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of so misbegotten employment. That was all thanks to Inspector Gregson.
Hmm?
What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth? It was some years that I invented in Boone and begun my other life as a street pet seller. He, the inspector, that is, recognized me one day. Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours? I knew him from my time working at the prison. When he saw that what I'd become, he was deeply troubled for me and my family. From that day forward, he visited me on Frenzo Street with increasing regularity. Then one day, he asked if I could carry out a secret assignment for him. A secret? What was it? I can't tell you, it's a secret.
I was gonna say.
I was to impersonate the inspector.
Oh, that's why you had Gregson's thing.
Oh, so you didn't steal
There was
it,
no
you were
malicious
asked
intent
do
there
it.
to begin with.
Right.
What? Impersonate him?
Well, I also like how he's just JoJo posing as well, kinda. We always met in that little room so the inspector could brief me.
Visit Orsi's tomorrow and make a statement from the proprietress.
It was always something along those lines. Surveillance work, interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, let people know that Inspector Gregson had been at work. And for those services, he compensated me financially. Oh, that's where the money came. A Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquished his identification to your care with intent to deceive. That, as I'm sure I need not point out, is a very serious criminal offense.
But why? What was the point of impersonating him?
I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions.
Now remember, Vigil, if I need a solemn word, you don't blab about this to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if, well, if I end up a croaker. That's why he really didn't want to say.
In time, he started to bring papers with him to the room as well.
Okay, so that explains the corkboard, or woodboard, whatever.
Okay. It became something of a second office for him. So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really... Yes, it was me, acting on the inspector's orders. As usual, I removed my Boone disguise, and then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification book. It never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away.
You want to see more bonkers? We still don't
that?
know who killed Gregson. We know it
Oh,
isn't Vigil.
yeah. He was just helping him out.
He has less than no reason to kill Gregson. Gregson kept him
Right, 'cause
financially stable.
He kept
Actually,
his family
better than
going.
stable. Apparently paid him rather well.
That's great.
Well, it would seem this confession completely destroys the defense's case.
Explain yourself, Prosecutor Osugi.
My learned friend's assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered, at the hands of these two Redhead League men when they imprisoned the inspector.
But no, that can't be.
That little owl got me.
Oh, after all, it wasn't the inspector who went to the park that day. It was me.
Oh, goodness.
Finally, we have clarity. We had nothing to do with the murder of the inspector.
That's yet to be completely... Well, actually...
That's true. Why would you have collars there, though? Still.
Well...
And merci, monsieur, and de la défense for proving it. What? Order! 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 Indeed, it would appear that we have reached a de facto conclusion of sorts. These witnesses had no involvement in the murder of the victim. As proven, somewhat ironically, by the defense. I hereby call to the cross and I hereby call an end to the cross-examination. Christ.
Huh?
What?
Asagi? Pardon me, my lord, but with your permission, I'd like to propose one further question to the witness.
Kazuma?
That's me.
What question, counsel?
It concerns the events of 10 years ago. I believe you to have been present at a very significant execution that was carried out at the time.
Was this your true intention? 10 years ago?
I think it's more a matter of, circumstance.
Oh, the execution of the professor, Genshin Asugi.
I want to know exactly what your involvement was.
Oh!
Answer me, man.
One moment, counsel. Is this related to the current case?
Nope. Not at all.
Out for blood.
Naturally. Okay, well,
Hmm.
it is the prosecution's belief that this case and the events of 10 years ago are inextricably linked.
Does the defense concur, counsel? Kazuma. You're not yourself. You're not as calm as collected as usual.
Poor Kazuma-sama. No wonder he's acting this way. Mr. Vigil's memories of what happened 10 years ago would tell the tale of Genshin Asugi's last moments. His own father.
I know. I understand that. But even so... Prosecutor Asugi. Do you genuinely believe that this question requires an answer in order to learn the truth behind Inspector Gregson's death?
I need you to trust me. Please.
Very well. Then the defense has no objection. And I see. In that case, you will answer the question, witness. The truth is, I remember very little of that time.
You've forgotten?
I'm sorry to say. Yes. And as I said, I resigned from my role at prison 10 years ago. But for some peculiar reason, my memory of the events leading up to that moment is extremely hazy.
That is unusual.
Well, like what, were you drugged?
Does that not strike you as
That kinda
strange?
seems like
Masada?
it.
Yeah, it seems very odd.
Yeah. Sorry?
Well, 10 years ago is a long time, but to have forgotten the reason why he left such an important job?
Yes, you're right. And not only that,
The thing is, we have a thing saying why he left.
yeah,
But the fact he can't remember why is odd.
Mr. Vigil claims claim contradicts what we already know.
The human spirit is a fragile thing. It's broken all too easily. Which is why we have a tendency to wrap it up for protection.
Sorry? The human spirit? I'm afraid I don't understand what you mean.
When we experience pain and suffering that we feel unable to bear, we block it out, obliterate from our memories, seal it away. But it never truly leaves us. If the seal is broken, the memories resurface. And when they do, that fragile spirit may finally be crushed.
But I really don't...
Kazuma-sama. But if it must be crushed, then so be it. Because the truth will not stay buried. It's coming out, one way or another.
Right. Now I understand. It's clear what his intentions are. He means to expose the truth, at any cost. Perhaps if I pointed out the contradiction in what Mr. Vigil claimed earlier, it might cause some crucial memories to return to him. But should I? Should I present the evidence or not? Do it. Do it. Kill him. Kill him. Oh. I have no idea how this is going to go. But this is a court of law, and I have a duty to pursue the truth. Mr. Vigil, I'd like you to look at this. Evidence that clearly contradicts your version of the events.
Take that!
The dismissal notice. Just a few moments ago, you made the following statement. I resigned from my role at the prison 10 years ago. Ah, well, yes. In other words, you claim to have left the post of chief warder of your own volition. Well, yes, of course. Why? Tell me. Do you remember seeing this document before? No. No, I don't. This is a dismissal notice ordering the immediate termination of prison staff members' employment.
A dismissal notice?
And the name on the notice is yours, Mr. Vigil. What? What? Oh, it's mine.
So you didn't resign from the prison service at all. For some reason, you were dismissed as chief warder from Barclay.
Oh, there's been some mistake. I'm sure. I tendered my resignation. This dismissal notice is nonsense. Isn't it?
If you're forcibly dismissed, there must have been good reason. Clearly, you did something. Mr. Vigil, it's time to break the seal and have you remember. According to the few remaining records, the final execution that you supervised was on 17th June, 10 years ago. And on that day, something very serious took place at Barclay Prison.
The 17th of June. Was that the professor's execution? Professor.
As you were the chief warder at the time, it stands to reason that you would have been present throughout the proceedings.
It does sound familiar.
And yet, that execution never took place. The convict, ostensibly executed earlier that day, later re-emerged from his grave.
The convict came back to life. In the cemetery in the middle of the night, there was a witness.
However, the witness claims that a moment after he saw the convict clambering out of his grave, a gunshot rang out from over his shoulder, and the bullet pierced the professor's chest, killing him instantly. Those may have been the professor's actual last moments.
Yes. Yes.
Seeing as you were in charge of overseeing executions at the time, you must know the truth about what really happened. It's in your head, somewhere deep down. Well, Chief ordered Daily Vigil. I know there are memories in your head that you can explain. I know there are memories in your head that can explain what happened on 17th June 10 years ago. And now it's time for you to drag them up.
Mr. Vigil? Yes, the whole prison. It was complete chaos. The prisoner escaped. He was killed in the cemetery. The shocking news ripped through Barclay like a hurricane. What? What? Order! Order! Do you mean to say, Mr. Vigil, that your memories of the time have returned? It's like some floodgates have been opened. The images. Screams.
My goodness.
The papers. There were reports, articles about a man who'd seen a ghost. Yes, Enoch Drebber. But surely those reports were exaggerated. There were traces at the scene.
Traces of what?
In Lowgate Cemetery, at plot number 139, blood. Lots of blood. That's where the man was buried, of course. Obviously, something terrible had happened there. The depths of conspiracy and depravity from which this tale is emerging is quite staggering.
I reviewed the police records from that time extensively. A thorough investigation was conducted by Scotland Yard to ascertain how the convict managed to escape in the first place. And the conclusion reached by the investigating team was that a member of the prison staff must have been involved.
Are you suggesting that the prison warder abetted the man's bid for freedom? Yes, and I was suspected of doing it.
You were suspected? Or you did do it?
Of using that man's murder's execution as a way to help him escape. You did what? I remember now. The horror of it all is coming back to me, and I'm spinning faster, seems like. One evening, a few days after the execution, some detectives came to the prison. I was called to the governor's office at the top of the watchtower.
I'm sorry, Daly. There's a serious business. But can I help you now? As chief warder, you're responsible for overseeing the execution of four, eh? Well, it seems the fellas of Scotland Yard won't have a few wee words with you about it. You better pack your things, laddie. You ought to attend in person.
As soon as you told me that, my mind just went completely blank. And the next thing I knew, I spinning right round, baby, right round.
Like a record, baby, right round, round, round?
Yes, that's it, of course. And I let him escape. I'm finished. My life is over.
Wait, he jumped?
Oh. Oh dear. Order! Oh, bailiff, fetch a doctor at once!
Professor, okay, yeah, okay.
Court is adjourned for today with immediate effect.
So,
Whew.
Mr. Vigil's collapse. Proceedings came to an abrupt end for the day. Once again overshadowed by the legacy of that notorious killer, appearing like a cursed ghost ship on a foggy ocean. Lord Van Zeeks, Mr. Vigil, Kazuma, and Gregson.
It's pronounced Zeeks. Whoops. We've both been saying it the
Zeeks?
wrong way for the longest time.
All of them bound by invisible
I like
chains
Zykes better, though.
connected to
It's
the
wrong,
same
though.
passage in the murky
Yeah, that's true.
past. But the miraculous light that had been trying to cut through the gloom and shine on those tragic events was playing on the edges of the truth at last.
Bruh, what a story.
And yet there's still more to be uncovered. But
Whoa.
episode 4 is not yet done either. There's still one more part before the last case. But that's it for this episode. So, y'all know what to do. Thanks for watching. And stay safe, and we'll see you back tomorrow.